Good morning, I'm Shane and welcome to my sick sad vlog. This vlog was intended to be a more serious channel of personal experiences, stories, things like that I've experienced. Then I started talking about my Peutz-Jeghers syndrome, and I've kind of focused on that, and I'll focus on that again today. The other day I posted a video where I talked about my son getting sick. We were in between insurances, and we're on the way to the hospital. Didn't really want to take him to the hospital with no insurance, but he's sick. We're driving in the car. He passed out from throwing up, things like that. And I just drove around for a few hours, and he was able to kind of sleep it off, and we avoided the hospital. And I'll talk about that medical situation in another time, but it reminded me of a story that I personally went through a while back, actually years ago. Was with my girlfriend, future wife. Kind of the same situation. We were young. I didn't have insurance at the time, and I didn't really have any problems with my Peutz-Jeghers for a long period of time, a few years, so I wasn't really concerned about that. And one day we're driving around, or we were driving around, and I started to get an interception. And we were in downtown Denver, and my girlfriend wasn't really familiar with the area, and I was. So I knew I had to go to the hospital. So we're driving to the hospital. I'm trying to get there as fast as I can, and I guess I was speeding. Well, I was speeding, and I got pulled over for speeding. Kind of delayed the process because police aren't really concerned about your state of health. They ran the check, blah, 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 gave me a ticket. Finally got to the hospital, and checked in at the desk at the emergency room, and got back to the room, the emergency room, the bed in the room. And the point where the doctors come and talk to you, and they say, we're going to set you up with an IV and things like that. And I'm sitting there like kind of stressing out because I don't have insurance. And I told my girlfriend, my wife, I was still sick. I still had the interception. I told her, let's just get out of here. Let's just walk out. I don't want to do this. I know the answer. It's going to be the same, kind of like my son. The interception will resolve. And we literally got up off the table and walked out before I got admitted or whatever, got the IVs and all that stuff. And I didn't really say anything to the doctors or the nurses. We just kind of snuck out and avoided that. So I had forgotten all about that, and I was thinking about it yesterday. I'm like, I think I went through a situation just like my son did the other day. Pretty much the same, got to that point. I was into the hospital. I avoided taking it into the hospital, but I didn't want to get admitted and things like that because of the no insurance. So I was wondering if anybody out there, if you have experienced a situation like that where you get to the hospital, the routine, if you've gone through interceptions or whatever, or if you have a different disorder, and you just like, I got to get out here, and you just bail out of the hospital. I know it's not a very common thing, but I've done it, and my son has kind of done it. So imagine somebody else out there has done that, because it sucks that the financial burden has to be weighing on your mind when you go to the hospital, and without insurance, it's insane. You'll be in a hole that it's very hard to get out of if you're an average person living paycheck to paycheck. So yeah, if you have an experience like that, let me know. I'd love to hear it. And I think that's where I'll end the video today. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you guys next time.